You need to stop and you need to behave. You understand? I'm getting tired of this.
Hey, it looks like it's not going to get anywhere anyway, sir. So
Do what you feel you've got to do.
Victor, how can you be so incalcitrant? You're a servant and you're not behaving like one.
Call me a servant again,
Or what? So,
and you need to take your mask off.
I'm sorry, what?
Or not.
I don't go around to other grown men and ask them to take their clothes off. Because you would take the request, and then the city has
I won't,
days.
sir. It's not my job to take the request.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
You see what I'm saying? It's not my job to take that request, sir.
Sue me.
All right, I'm going to make a request for
You do that.
all records responsive to Section 90 of the Public Records Act and how the society complies with that.
Sue me.
I think you're getting way too big for your britches, sir.
And you
way too big. I don't understand. I don't think you understand what mountain you're climbing right now. Do you have any comment, Victor, as to why you're refusing to comply with the Public Records Act?
No comment.
No comment. You're just going to refuse it?
Yeah.
All you got is just rude belligerence. That's you, Victor.
Some of us are born that way, I guess.
Hey everybody, I am free. It is October 22nd, 2025. I am in the city of Tacoma, here in Pierce County, in the Communist Empire of Washington State, heading on down to the Washington State Historical Society. You can find them in RCW, Title 27, Chapter 34, and in that, they are described as a trustee agency. Now, at the center of why I'm going here for this story today is there are allegations from people that they are believing they don't have to abide by the Public Records Act. But if you look in RCW 42.56.080, it says every agency, division, bureau, etc. must comply. And though they are a trustee agency, they're still an agency. So we are going to go in there and see if there's any merit to these allegations, see if there's any sort of compliance issues with the Washington State Historical Societies. It relates to the Public Records Act. All right, here we are. Well, looks like they are not open yet, so we got that closed. I have to go around to the other side. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is already seeming pretty suspicious right here. I'm going to go down this way. Look into some things. But yeah, this is not looking good so far, but that is just one door. We'll see if they've got any other entrances that perhaps a person can access the society through. So yeah, definitely huge public records request issues here. They're saying for researchers you have to set an appointment, but I'm not here for research. I'm here to do a public records request. Yeah, this is really obvious really quick. They have to be also open for at least 30 hours a week in accordance with RCW 42.56.090 for inspection times. Tuesday through Thursday, 12:30 to 4:30 is not complying with that. And you cannot compel scheduling on those inspections. You also can't compel scheduling for making public records requests. Yes. Yes, please. I need to make a public records request, actually.
Say again?
I need to make a public records request.
You need to call for an appointment.
Okay, so...
And you need to take your mask off.
I'm sorry, what?
Or not.
I don't go around to other grown men and ask them to take their clothes off. I'd politely...
I don't talk to men with masks and cameras.
You work for the society?
I do believe that's a yes.
Okay. So, there's a whole bunch of problems here right now, man.
There is?
Yeah, one, you're literally required by statute to be open 30 hours a week for
here we go.
inspections. So, I also need to make a public records request. Nothing in the Public Records Act says you have to schedule a public records request.
Well, you're going to have to schedule one now.
So you're going to refuse it. So I'll tell you what, Victor, I'm going to make it to you orally and in person right now. 4414-03006 makes that clear. You can accept it, but if you don't do it within 5 days, at least respond back to me in accordance with Section 520. There will be consequences for
Sue me.
So that's your position.
Sue me.
All right, I'm going to make a request for
You do that.
all records responsive to Section 90 of the Public Records Act and how the society complies with that.
Sue me.
Okay, and I want that sent to anonymous citizen WA at protonmail.com.
You got it.
You want that going to Pierce County Superior Court? Is that seriously where you want this to go?
Go for it. Do what you feel you got to do.
How come you're being so incalcitrant?
Do what you feel you've got to do.
Victor, how come you're being so incalcitrant? You're a servant and you're not behaving like one.
Call me a servant again.
Or what? Oh, I'm telling you, don't go down that road with me.
Call me a servant again.
And what? And what?
As I said, do what you got to do.
And what? Are you threatening me?
You take that as you want to, man.
You are a servant.
Take that as you want to.
You are a servant. Don't you ever threaten me. You get inside and you figure out this problem. You come back out when you have it solved.
Have a good day.
Okay?
Do what you got to do.
Don't you ever threaten me again. You are a servant, and you'll start acting like one if I have to go one round
Security
of
10.
You understand?
No, I
I think you're getting way too big for your britches, sir.
And you
way too big. I don't understand. I don't think you understand what mountain you're climbing right now.
Security 1, security 10.
Fat and old ain't combat skills, man. You get it? Do you get that?
I have an extremely hostile individual.
Yeah, because of you threatening me.
Nobody's threatening you.
How dare you threaten me?
Where was the threat? Call me a servant again.
Or what? Oh, I'm telling you, don't go down that road with me.
Call me a servant again.
And what? The threat was when
I said, call me a
you
servant
said,
again.
call me a servant again. The implication was pretty clear. You need to stop.
I need to alert.
That's absolutely insane. This is all about a public records request. You could
Can
have
you
just
call
done this
TTD for
correctly.
me, please?
This could have been done correctly.
You wearing a mask coming to my place of employment.
This is my building. I own it.
Oh, man. Like I said, call.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You refused it. I'll wait for TPD. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is 100% correct right here. I'll tell you that right now. Victor, rude as heck, implying a threat. Wow. That's incredible. Victor here is getting threatening and is also refusing to comply with Washington state records laws. Do you have any comment, Victor, as to why you're refusing to comply with the Public Records Act?
No comment.
No comment. You're just going to refuse it? Hey, look, Victor, if nothing else, I have to give you credit for one thing. Your incalcitrance is near legendary at this point. I have never run across a servant so unwilling to do what they get paid to do right now. That's honestly shocking to me, man. You're a first among, I guess, terrible legends.
Guess you got to be first at something, huh?
I mean, again, it's impressive the fact that you're tripling down here, refusing a Public Records Act. How about this? I'd like to inspect the Public Records Act in or index, excuse me, within 425670. You gonna let me inspect that?
You're not getting in this building.
Do you have one?
You're not getting in this building.
Gotcha. So this is just about you. You got to feel like you're in charge of everything.
No.
You're the main dude.
Not about me. As you can see, the sign says, by appointment only.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Okay,
you know what,
not
Victor?
about me.
I could, fair enough. I could have overlooked something. Where in the Records Act? Obviously, you're an intelligent guy. Probably go home every night, a little snifter of scotch, sit down, read the Public Records Act. I mean, frankly, who doesn't, right? And I'm sure within the vaunted halls, or annals, excuse me, of the Public Records Act, you have read something I've overlooked. Where in the Records Act does it allow someone to, with the greatest of hubris and incalcitrance, simply refuse to comply with the Records Act in the manner that you are? Where did I go wrong? Bring me back to the path of enlightenment, Victor. Nothing. All you got is just rude belligerence. That's you, Victor.
Some of us are born that way, I guess. Rude and belligerent.
All right. Well, the tips and leads are definitely confirmed. The society is completely out of compliance in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
They do not have a records index. They do not have one inspectable during hours. Their
like
hours
you should take up
literally do not actually meet the mandate of the Public Records Act. So there's an issue right there. Yeah, this is definitely a problem.
Have you ever thought that you might be in the wrong place?
Sir, this is the Washington State Historical Society.
Correct.
Correct. And RCW 27.34 makes it a trustee agency.
Have you ever thought that maybe the public records you're looking for is in the Department of Public Records in Olympia? Have you ever thought of that maybe?
Wow. I'll tell you what. You clearly want to go down the education path, so
No,
we'll
I
take you
don't.
down that.
Just ask the question.
RCW 425680, subsection 2 says you can go to any, A-N-Y, any, division, bureau, department, office, commission, etc., so forth. Any. You don't have to go to Olympia. You don't have to go to the archivist for the Secretary of State. You don't have to go to the state librarian or any of those. I could. That's certainly an option. I agree with you, it is. I can also come here. I can go anywhere because guess what these buildings are full of? They're full of my servants. And I then politely, which I did initially, ask for assistance from my servants.
You're definitely on something, aren't you?
Yeah, there you go. I think you're kind of starting to wake up. I don't know if you had a bender last night. Maybe you're just still kind of wearing it off.
You're
or
definitely on something.
yeah, right. Anyways, so
An appointment.
Victor has clearly affirmed that the leads, the tips I received about the Public Records Act being violated at the Washington State Historical Society, absolutely true, 100%. They're refusing to comply with Section 90, Section 80, Section 70. I'd like to also inspect your duties and procedures, which is found in Section 40. That has to be conspicuously posted and available at all times without appointment. Can I see that? Did you want to provide a no on that one, Victor?
No.
Okay, there you go. Look, guys, let's give a round of applause for Victor. If nothing else, the man absolutely demonstrates his hatred and tyrant-like behavior for the people that pay him to do the job that he does. It's pretty wrong. It's pretty wrong. You know, Victor, we could actually just turn over a new leaf right now if you wanted.
I like the leaf I'm on.
You like the leaf you're on? Fair enough. All right. Well, I mean, I can't make you do this stuff,
Of course.
right? I'm not going to sit here and ratchet it up to something it shouldn't be, even though it seems, based on what you were doing initially, that's what you seek. That's unfortunate, Victor. You just go around angry looking for fights all day? Because that's what it seemed like you were doing there a moment ago.
I'm not the one wearing a mask.
I'm not the one.
Obviously
I'm not
you're-
the one wearing black pants. It looks like whatever it looks like
Obviously,
wearing
you're
black
the
pants.
coward.
Right.
You're the one wearing a mask.
Yeah, because I
Hiding
want
behind
to.
a microphone.
There's
and a camera.
there's no privacy in public, Victor.
Hiding
I have
behind
to
a-
create my own privacy. Right?
You're the one. So
Ridiculous. Victor, you know, it'd be really nice if, like I said, we could just make this turn out well, but you're refusing to do it. I mean, honestly, I remember a time when most people, not everyone maybe, but most people actually didn't take any umbrage with the idea of being a public servant. It's not a bad thing. Plenty of people that do great things as public servants. You just started out hostile. I don't know why you had to be like that. Right? All I was requesting is public records. What's wrong with that?
And like I said, you have to make an appointment.
Nothing in the Records Act says you have to make an appointment. This is the whole, the people reached out to me as a journalist because they said you guys are violating the Public Records Act. You're not complying, and you're not. Let me tell you, Section 90, just alone, by itself, 30 hours a week. You're literally not even open for 30 hours a week.
Then maybe you should take that up with the director, not me. Right?
You're the only one here. If you want to send the director out or invite me in to talk to the director, I'm happy to do that.
Why don't you try using a phone or a laptop or an email?
Because sometimes you can come in just like I am to talk to you in person.
This is a closed library system, so no.
Wow. So you guys think you are immune from complying with the Records Act. And that's exactly what led me here. I mean, tips and leads confirmed. You're just unwilling to listen or even look up. I mean, here's the irony, right? Here's the irony. It's not like I'm ripped the door off the hinges. Why don't you go inside and check out the statutes I'm referencing? Maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe I'm just putting together random numbers in a way to sound like I know what I'm talking about, when in actuality, maybe I'm not. Or you might find out that in actuality, what I'm putting forward to you is 100% accurate.
And I care why. Seriously.
Well, I would hope, even if you take the highest degree of frustration with me, right? Let's assume that. The people that have expressed their frustrations with the Public Records Act being violated here are making it clear that there's, first of all, no links, nothing on the website for the society for public records request forms or anything. There's nothing there. There's not a portal. There's not a link. There's not even a public records officer listed, which is again another violation. Section 580 says you have to have
what makes you think we have public records here?
No. Okay, look, I understand why you might be confused about this.
I'm not confused.
It's not about having the records, which you may or you may not, right? The fact that you can come here and make the request, you don't actually have to produce the records instantly. You've got 5 days to just simply respond.
Then if I have
and say
5 days to simply respond, you can call.
That's ridiculous. Right now we're waiting for the Tacoma Police Department to show up, so hopefully they'll get here soon. But right now we've got I think it's Mr. Melton is boldly claiming he does not care about complying with the Public Records Act. Do you have any comment, Victor, as to why you're refusing to comply with the Public Records Act?
No comment.
No comment. You're just going to refuse it? Yeah. Which, again, you can't make a public servant work, but you can at least document what Mr. Melton is doing, or not doing, for that matter. And implying threats at the beginning, because I called him a servant, which,
you're lying.
As a public, that's not true.
Lying.
That's
I did not.
Sir, the implication of what you were saying was clear.
Call me a servant again.
Or what? Oh, I'm telling you, don't go down that road with me.
Call me a servant again.
And what?
I did not imply anything.
You absolutely did imply. You said, call me that again,
that's
right?
That's your perception.
It absolutely is. I took it as a threat.
Well, that's you.
Absolutely.
Your sensitive ass.
Your brusque, abusive behavior
Because everybody knows.
Escalating, being
Everybody knows I'm
provocative, ratcheting it up. That was you,
Everybody knows I'm a
right? The first thing you did was correct, and everything you've done since then
Who are you?
has been wrong.
What is your name?
I don't need to share my name with you.
Oh, see, like I said,
Because you're a public servant.
A
I'm
coward.
not. I don't need
you
to
hide
share my
behind
name.
a mask and a camera,
Sure.
right?
Because I'm
Don't-
creating my own privacy in public.
A coward.
There you go. And that's fine to have that opinion. I
coward,
appreciate
a coward,
and
a
respect your
coward.
First Amendment. You're
coward.
absolutely entitled to it. Okay? You're absolutely entitled to
You are
it.
a coward.
If you're going to love the First Amendment, you have to accept abusive people like you who are going to do what they're going to do. Okay?
Okay.
So I get that.
You should.
It's unfortunate, but this
It
is
is
putting on display. This is the behavior of public servants at the Washington State Historical Society when a member of the public comes in to make a records request. And when you have the audacity to
that
be
is
a
not true.
well-informed
You're lying to
citizen
your viewers. That is
and you
not true.
end up telling them what the actual statutes are,
You're not-
they refuse to look them
You're
up, they
being
refuse to
dishonest.
educate themselves on the issue, they
being
refuse to
dishonest.
comply with section 70, 80,
You're being
90, and
dishonest.
40, and this is where we're at.
You're being dishonest.
Not at all.
Sure.
I mean, you're welcome to have that opinion.
Make,
There's nothing wrong with that. Do your
make
thing.
the request. And you can.
I actually already made the public records request to you,
Did you?
in person and orally. All right, I'm going to make a request for
You do that.
all records responsive to Section 90 of the Public Records Act and how the society complies with that.
Sue me.
Okay, and I want that sent to anonymous citizen WA at protonmail.com. Washington Administrative Code, Title 44, Chapter 14, Section 03006 allows for it to be made orally and in person. And that is what I did. I even gave you my email address of anonymous citizen WA at protonmail.com. I gave it to you. You've got 5 days to respond according to Section 520, man. This is exactly what people told me was going to be happening here. And sure enough, I get down here and what's going on? You're behaving like this. That's not okay, man. And now you've called the police, so even if I wanted to leave, I have to wait here now.
Yeah.
Not gonna leave just because you're calling Tacoma to try to coerce me off of my property. It's pretty shameful, man. How's it going? What's up? I'm actually trying to make a public records request.
Oh, okay. You guys open today or?
This is a closed library system. He needs to make an appointment to come in.
There you go.
And now look, I'll be clear about this. I believe him to be correct in terms of saying that it's a closed library system.
It is correct.
But what he's absolutely incontrovertibly incorrect about is he is breaking the law right now. He's committing a misdemeanor by refusing to allow me to inspect the Public Records Index and their published duties and procedures. It's found in 4256, 40, and 70. And that is official misconduct as found in 9A 8010. If you look in RCW 9A.80.010, you're committing a gross misdemeanor. You're violating my rights as a Washington State resident.
I'm not letting anyone in my building, especially if they're wearing a mask.
There we go. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a public records request. I'm absolutely allowed to do that. That is, I'm sure you know that. He is refusing this. I've got him not only being incalcitrant, but repeatedly refusing to accept it. Now, obviously, I can't make him take the records request, but I don't know why Mr. Melton here is refusing to comply with the records request. Then, when I asked him, or when I told him he's a servant, and that is what servants are supposed to do, is aid members of the public, he implied a threat on me.
Call me a servant again.
Or what? Oh, I'm telling you, don't go down that road with me.
Call me a servant again.
And what? He said, call me servant one more time. His body posture, his tonal inflections, and everything about what he was doing seemed like he was about to escalate this to a physical encounter. Now, fortunately, it cooled down a little bit. You're still being rude, but that's not a crime.
And I think you're overdoing it.
No, I think you knew what you were doing, and you need to stop, and you need to behave. You understand? I'm getting tired of this.
Hey, it looks like it's not going to get anywhere anyway, sir. So, if there's a way you can actually request, if you want to.
Well, I have actually made it to
Numbers
him
on the
orally in
door.
person.
The number's on the door, sir, just like what he said. So, I mean,
I can
I'm pretty
make
sure
it the way
Mr. Melton's not the one who's going to provide you that request. It'll be somebody else.
Well, let me
that does
clarify.
that.
I want to be clear here. I'm not actually trying to get the records themselves.
Okay.
The state, any agency, could be Tacoma. I could request records from you right now as a police officer.
But I can't give it to you right now.
I
You
know,
understand
but
that, right?
I understand that, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is you would take the request, and then the city has
I
5
won't,
days.
sir. It's not my job to take the request.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
You see what I'm saying? It's not my job to take that request, sir.
Okay,
That's not part of what I do.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll submit an oral, in-person public records request as well to you, Officer of Villa Cruz.
Yes, sir.
For your body-worn camera and your partner's body-worn camera for today, sent to anonymous citizen w@protonmail.com.
Sure.
Section 520 of the Public Records Act gives you 5 days to respond. You yourself are not the one that has to actually fulfill it.
That's right.
You need to let your public records officer for the city of Tacoma know, or their designee for your department.
Okay.
So that's all I'm asking here. Obviously, I can't, as I've said many times now, I can't force him to take the request. He can obviously violate the law and then pay for that. You can do that with your smug assured. I have to give you credit, man. You're very confident in your failings right now. I mean, if nothing else, I'm impressed with the confidence. But nonetheless, I would like to make sure at the same time I do get that submitted to the Tacoma Police Department for your body-worn camera.
Sure. You could request for it, sir.
Yeah, and I just made it to you. 4414-03006 is found in the administrative codes. Allows me to do it to you in person and orally.
It's his job.
No, I'm submitting the records request. It's his job as a public servant, just like it is yours as a public servant, to take these public records requests. Now, of course, I cannot make you do it, but I've submitted it. I would like it, please, to be sent to anonymous citizen wa@protonmail.com. Again, Section 520 gives you 5 days to have the city respond. You don't have to respond.
Right.
But I would like to. So, can I at least get an incident number for this?
Sure,
and
I'll
maybe
provide
like
you
a
that.
business card or something like that?
I'll provide you that.
All right, cool. Thanks. Now, look, you need to change your attitude, okay? Next time I come back, I want to see a different attitude, okay? You need to stop.
I'm telling you now.
You need to behave.
I'm telling you now.
Okay.
So you won't waste your time.
I'm going to come
All right?
back and report on
Show
this.
up at my front door wearing a mask and you didn't call before, you're not getting in.
I don't have to. What do you
Then
think
I
you're?
don't have to let you in.
Who do you think you are? You're a servant.
I don't have to let you in. Just that
30
simple.
hours a week, man.
Don't have to let you in.
You got
It's a
4
closed
days a week
library.
up there. I know math probably, you look like one of those thick as oatmeal guys that really can't figure through this, but there's 4 days at 4 hours each.
You keep
4
insulting
times
me.
4 is 16. What? If I keep on insulting you, what?
I don't, for what?
You're not
Why?
going to do anything.
You're right.
Even
I'm
if
not
these
gonna-
guys weren't here, you wouldn't do anything.
You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
So anyways, what I'm saying is just correct it, man. This is fixable, okay? You don't have to keep being an incalcitrant, inappropriate, provocative, rude,
You
belligerent
have
public
nothing else
servant.
better to do with your time, do you?
Oh, then make
Nothing.
Then make public
You have
records
a
requests
job?
and prove this
Do
is
you have
what
a
I do.
job?
This is my job. I'm a journalist.
For who?
I just for my own media company.
How convenient.
I know you suck off the tea to the government. I actually work for a living, unlike you, being an incalcitrantly rude servant. All I'm trying to do as a journalist is get records, and guess what? The tips and leads that I came down here for said this is what I'd be getting.
Well then, why are you surprised?
Well, I actually usually don't see this kind of
Why
incalcitrance.
are you surprised?
I'm always surprised when I see this kind of stuff, man.
Well.
I mean, come on. You should do better. But anyways, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Take care.
You
I'll
too.
get you.
All right, you guys take care. Have a good day. What was your name, Monster? Sheets?
Sheets, yeah, I'm on there.
How's
as
your
well.
day doing, man?
I'm just
You doing
starting.
okay?
I'm just starting. How about
starting?
yours? How about yours?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, I wish Mr. Melton over there had been, as rude and as incalcitrant as he was, but
Yeah.
you can't control the universe. In fact, I really can't.
You just never know how people's day started too. So just never know.
Just out of curiosity, and I already submitted the request to Officer. Is it Villa Cruz's?
Yeah.
It is with the S at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I submitted it. Have you personally? It's not a trick question, trap
Yeah.
question. Have you been, as a city employee, been trained on the Public Records Act? Any training?
If I tell you that we've had people come in and give us a training at turnout, no. But people should look it up and do all that stuff.
Well, I mean,
if you want to do your public disclosure stuff, and
yeah, I agree, but
I know it's a pain a little bit to do public disclosure, just because records has all their people that they have to go through everything. If
Sure.
if they need to do all of what's confidential and what's not confidential, and
all the exemptions and
whatever the exemptions, timelines of getting all that stuff. And obviously,
Yeah.
if someone's going to request just a simple body cam of one incident, or they're going to request body cam of stuff I've been doing for my entire career, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer versus just a single incident as well.
Okay, well, no, actually, I appreciate the answer. I mean, I think some of the, and I don't want this to sound like I'm trying to literally smash you or talk down about you, but sometimes I do go to places and I've been told, not in this case, but I've been told yes, our city or our county or whatever has done training with city employees. And often I do find that while that might be true, and I don't know why this happens, but it seems like in many places, the police and the fire departments do not actually get that training.
Yeah, could be a pride thing and people asking the question because they don't want to say no.
Yeah, I don't know.
But have I? Probably. Do I remember? No. I've been trained. I've been trained in a lot of things and told a lot of things. Do I remember all of them?
Yeah, no,
of course not.
I can appreciate that. All right, Victor.
You got to deal with a lot of stuff throughout the day.
Go get a drink tonight. Relax. I don't know if someone burned your house down or I don't know what happened, man. It sounds like you had a bad day earlier in the day, so I hope your day gets better for you. Okay. Just try to do better on the public servant stuff. Okay. There's always another day to turn up, so you're not going to do better as a public servant. Okay. All right, man, you guys take care. All right, well, those tips and leads are absolutely 100% confirmed. Victor Melton is the one that was referenced. I did not think it was going to go down like that. I did not think that they were going to refuse the Public Records Act request, or the Public Records request, excuse me. But they did. He did. And wow, just as rude as it can get. And I want to repeat the violations here. So when you look at the door down there and you look at the door there, it says that they're open Tuesday through Thursday, 12:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. That is 16 hours. The Public Records Act in Section 90 requires them to be open a minimum of 30 hours per week, and to have those hours posted, so if people want to come in and inspect their duties and procedures, the procedures manual, the Public Records Index, or anything like that, those are created, produced items that are available for inspection. So the citizens around here that reached out to me said, hey Steve, this society, which is a trustee agency, it's a state level trustee agency, is refusing to comply with the Public Records Act. They identified people who are going to be a problem, and sure enough, it played out exactly as the sources spoke about. So it's unfortunate. I think Victor may in fact be the rudest public servant I have ever met in my entire time as a journalist. I have never met someone so hateful of their job and so unwilling to do their job. But it's what we do. We just report on it, put this out to you, show it for what it is, and there we go. So with that being said, that's it here today, reporting on the Washington State Historical Society as found in the Revised Codes of Washington, Title 27, Chapter 34. They have no information on their website as of today. I'm going to go way back, machine that, Internet Archive it. They have no information about public records anywhere. They have not identified their public records officer, no way to submit records requests, other than you can go and make an appointment. But that's for researchers. The signs say for researchers. So, that is it here today. As I said, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications bell so you can get my stories when release. You can follow me on X at I.A.M. Free Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media. If you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next location. Bye for now. Welcome to the October 2025 SEO keywords, phrases, and a little philosophy part of the video that only the most hardcore hear. If you're still here, you're not just a viewer. You're part of the small circle of liberty lovers who support my work to the end. Literally, you care profoundly about the First Amendment, the truth, and about calling out unconstitutional behavior wherever it hides. So, as I've been doing lately, I'll be closing with some real-world keywords and phrases as well as some more real-world thoughts. If you're curious what helps this channel grow, what tells the algorithm we're not bots, it's what I'm about to say. And if you're just here for the keywords, hey, no problem with that at all. But maybe stick around to hear something that's helped me make sense of the times we're living in. So let's get into the keywords and phrases and then into a little bit of philosophy. Reasonable, articulatable suspicion. No RAS, no ID. Do you suspect me of a crime? Attainment without suspicion. Unlawful stop and ID. Terry stop abuse. Constitutional carry encounter, rights violation caught on camera, Fourth Amendment audit, warrantless search exposed, probable cause versus suspicion, Freedom of Information Act denied, FOIA denied, government misconduct caught, body cam transparency, badge accountability, misconduct complaint process, auditing public funds, open records inspection, retaliation for public records request, officer meltdown on camera, public servant rage caught live, Karen confronts cop watcher, tyrant loses it in city hall, security guard threatens journalist. Aggressive cop exposed. You're not allowed to film here. Public freakout at federal building. I know my rights moment. Passive resistance wins again. City council meeting audit. County courthouse confrontation. DMV meltdown audit. Recording in public library. School board public comment. Filming on public sidewalk. USPS audit gone wrong. Sheriff's office transparency test. Mayor's office visit. Police station ID refusal, ethics and public accountability. What is public interest journalism? Is filming a form of protest? History of the First Amendment, natural rights versus legal rights, how rights get eroded. Now let's get into a little bit of philosophy here. I want to discuss briefly deontological grounding. So we got to start with, what is deontology? Deontology is an ethical theory that judges the morality of an action based on whether it adheres to a set of rules or duties rather than on its consequences, which would be called consequentialism. And a great quote from a now long deceased philosopher, Immanuel Kant, quote, "Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of another, always as an end and never as a means only," end quote. To me, this means that no badge, no title, and no authority justifies violating someone's rights for convenience. Every time I stand on a sidewalk with a camera, I remember this. Their discomfort is not more important than your dignity. From Marcus Aurelius of Rome in his book Meditations, quote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it," end quote. Auditors and citizen journalists alike are accused of provocation. However, isn't the real provocation when government employees lie to you, deny you access, or punish you for exposing the truth? We don't create the injustice, we document it. From the Supreme Court of the United States in 2011, the case Glick versus Cuniff. The filming of government officials engaged in their duties in a public place, including police officers, is a form of speech protected by the First Amendment, end quote. You'd be shocked how many officers do not know this or pretend not to. Glick versus Cuniff is the case I carry with me along with others, in print and in memory, every time I record. From Sun Tzu, because war is constant. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Silence, the camera, a calm refusal to ID. That's how we win without fighting. That's what makes the boot shake. And finally, here are some questions for all of you, and I'd love to see your comments in the comment section. Have you ever asserted your rights in public? And if so, what happened? What's the worst excuse a government employee has ever given you? Do you think filming in public should be restricted in any way? Which amendment do you think is most misunderstood? Do you think city councils should be filmed at all times? I want to thank you all for listening in all the way to the end, and make sure you look for the November release, which I'm going to do my best to get out before November hits. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your support.